Crypto in a van, ladies and gentlemen. How are you doing? Michael Coughlin here on a fine spring day in the city of Kitchener, Ontario. And I've decided to take the production on location in Kitchener's Victoria Park. So stick around. Tron update coming up.
Where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? Where do we go?
Crypto in a van. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Michael Coughlin. Here we are in Kitchener's Victoria Park. It's a fine day, as I alluded to in the teaser there. And I just wanted to get out some information to those of you who have been very busy over the holiday weekend. Obviously, in the Western world, Easter is a big time for a lot of families. There's a lot of chocolate going down, and a lot of visitations and family, and for those of you who believe in the Catholic faith, it's a time for reflection and going to church and stuff like that. Not me, however. I'm here in the park to give you an update on Tron and the Tron platform. Of course, brave leader Justin Sun addressed the public via a live feed on Twitter. And I just wanted to review that because he said a lot of significant things that I feel are very important and may have been missed, largely due to the timing of the announcement over the holiday weekend, of course. So first off, he was really congratulatory and offered his thanks and appreciation to the Tron community, which is one of the largest communities out there. So many followers on social media, following the Tron Foundation, following Justin Sun. Great way to get information from the horse's mouth, obviously. And he was very thankful for that and appreciative. He expressed that appreciation. It was really rather an endearing announcement because the guy was wiping his nose in between statements in both Chinese and English, and he apologized for having a cold, which I think many people around the world are experiencing at this time of year, no matter where you're from. But it was really a human address, and I really appreciate that about Justin Sun. And it makes me have more faith in him as a leader, and it builds a kind of trust for me. So he emphasized the large, strong community and the sheer number of exchanges and pairings that Tron TRX is available on. I think it's upwards of 37 exchanges now. Of course, pairings with Ethereum, Bitcoin, Tether. I can't even name them all. That's the Canada Goose, by the way. Sensing an opportunity to bomb my vlog here. Thanks, Canada Goose. So really cool. He just emphasized the large size and power of sheer numbers and what that's going to mean being on so many exchanges for sheer volume of trading. He then went on to mention what he termed, in his own words, as the big picture. He's really out with the rest of the Tron Foundation to decentralize the web in direct opposition to web giants such as Facebook, Google, Amazon. And I think the timing is right for him to issue this challenge, and it's a brave one, perhaps a dangerous one. These are powerful people, and who knows what these people will do to maintain their control. I really hope all goes well, and I fully support this mission of decentralizing the web. It's ambitious, but the timing is right because there's a growing sentiment of negativity in opposition to Facebook these days. You read it in the news, you see it in the stock market, in the falling price of Facebook stock. I think the public at large is ready for this change, a decentralized web. We'd like to go back to the freedom and the ideals of what the web stood for in the beginning. So that seemed to be kind of a new, fresh approach, a new outlook for Tron, as opposed to being a decentralized platform for social media, gaming, and entertainment. So again, decentralizing the web, absolutely huge, and I cannot emphasize enough the significance of that public statement by Justin Sun to go for that. So very, very cool, very big things, and this is why I'm reviewing this address that he made live a number of days ago now, 2 days ago, just so that those of you who have been spending the weekend with family and friends and being busy, obviously, I think you should know about this. He wants to be the largest blockchain application in the world. He said that himself, the largest blockchain application in the world, Tron. From now on, they will no longer be an ERC20 token on the Ethereum platform. They're moving to their own, competing face-to-face with Ethereum. And now this is the second thing I wanted to emphasize. Justin holding no punches in first thanking Ethereum for carrying Tron to this point, and secondly stating he's going toe-to-toe with Ethereum. And to emphasize that fact, every point he made was a comparison to Ethereum. So I'm going to go through some of those with you. He's confident they'll surpass Ethereum as being the go-to platform for developers. He emphasizes that people should choose Tron over Ethereum. Again, going toe-to-toe with Ethereum. He kept mentioning this comparison. He kept mentioning Ethereum as a competitor now. So choose Tron over Ethereum, according to Justin Sun, for scalability, 400 times the transactions per second. He cites the CryptoKitties failure, which is famous to those of you who have been following the cryptocurrency events. He says CryptoKitties failure says that kind of thing, it won't be happening on Tron, but the significance here is that he pointed that out and he called them on their failure. And his demeanor was very matter of fact. It wasn't vindictive, it wasn't spiteful. It was just kind of, he's got this innocence about him. And of course, this whole thing he was translating back and forth between Chinese and English, addressing both the Western and Eastern world. He says the high computing power and superior consensus mechanism of Tron is another advantage over Ethereum. The transactions per second efficiency is important for the daily use and support of dApps, and it paves the way for more sophisticated smart contracts and applications. Technically superior, that he was emphasizing Tron's abilities over Ethereum once again. Zero transaction fees on Tron versus the more expensive Ethereum fee, which he stated to be roughly 2 American cents. He mentioned the consistent and gradual coin burn versus Ethereum's unlimited supply, which is interesting because Vitalik from Ethereum just came out with a statement that he's considering perhaps limiting their supply. Now, I wonder if this is a response in some way to the address that Justin Sun made. So, interesting stuff. We'll keep our eyes on these developments. Oh yeah, January 1st, 2021, they'll be rewarding the block, and then there'll be no more coins issued after that. So again, we're looking at the limited supply of coins on the Tron platform. He also went again on to mention that the Java language, Googlebuff, is really much easier for developers to use for their dApps, to get them up and running, to program them, versus Solidity with Ethereum, which is a more complicated language apparently. I'm not into that stuff. I'm not savvy with those programming languages at all. But certainly we've all heard of Java. We know it's a popular programming language. So again, he was stressing the ease of use, the facility with which developers can use the Tron platform over a more complicated programming language like Solidity on Ethereum. So fantastic stuff. He was just a fountain of facts. And once again, if I could stress how matter of fact he was with his address, and it wasn't like he was issuing challenges to anybody. He was just saying, this is what we're doing, and Ethereum's our competitor, and we're better, and here's why. Now, I don't mean to offend Ethereum holders out there. I think Ethereum is a wonderful entity, organization. I think Vitalik is a very bright man with a bright future. We all know about QuantStamp and various other setups that are looking to improve the scalability issues with Ethereum. So Ethereum's not going anywhere, but Tron aims to take over and perhaps move into that number 2 spot just behind Bitcoin. Oh yeah, there's 100 million mobile users currently on the Tron platform. Ethereum doesn't have the experience in user-based platforms on mobile phone, wallet applications, etc., etc. Mobile is the way for crypto. I think many of us are aware of that trend. That's something that's very important. If you can get your product into the hands of people and make it easy for them to use, then you can't lose. So that's really big. And we know, if any of you are Electronium fans, that's what Richard Ells and his team are pursuing vehemently. And so Justin Tron seeing this value, Justin Sun seeing this value as well. Oh, $1 billion US into the community for support. That's what he pledges. Versus 0 from Ethereum. So he's going to reward the block holders. He's going to put money into the wallet launch, the blockchain browser, dApps, and so forth. So pledging some support, held back. He has a special reserve for supporting the product. He hinted at electing some delegates to validate the ledger for Tron, who will be rewarded with TRX, which is an attractive incentive. Again, that's part of that $1 billion in US dollars worth of Tron coins being held back. So big things being stated from Justin Sun. I think he's the kind of fella to put his money where his mouth is. I sense he is a genuine person from his demeanor, from the way he talks, from the way he makes eye contact. And he took the time to share all this with the public, both in Chinese and in English. And he went back and forth, making his statements. Really cool. So there you go. What do you folks think? Are you confident Tron is on the rise? There seems to be a growing communal feeling that something's going to happen with Tron. We're just waiting for Bitcoin to make its move, and then I think all the altcoins are going to follow. Certainly any altcoins with any real case uses. So there you go. The latest update on Justin Sun's address from Crypto in a Van right here in Kitchener's fantastic Victoria Park. Thanks for hanging out with me. If you like what you're seeing, by all means, please subscribe to Crypto in a Van. Give me a thumbs up, because those count with the YouTube algorithms. I look forward to bringing you more crypto content in the near future. So thanks for hanging out with me on Crypto in a Van. My name is Michael Coughlin. We'll see you the next time.